did the same thing.
If you visit a middle school campus in Las Cruces, you might be surprised by the lack of one item: cell phones. 2 years ago, middle schools across the district decided to stop letting students use phones even when they are not in class.
When the bell rings at 8:55 until 3:55, students are not allowed to have their cell phones.
Debbie Trevizo is the principal at Vista Middle School. Since the district gives each middle school discretion on how to handle cell phones, Trevizo says that she prohibits the phones even during times like lunch to create a better learning environment.
That really was the time where a lot of the discipline issues were happening, texting each other, recording things. But really, the kids are talking to each other now. They're playing kickball, basketball, volleyball. So a lot of the behaviors were happening because the cell phones were out.
Local middle schools are far from the first to try this out. So far, 15 states have enacted some sort of statewide cell phone ban, with many school districts implementing a variety of restrictions. Studies show that policies like this can boost student performance and reduce bullying.
So it was difficult to get the students to learn that no, you can't have it in your pocket.
Vista Language Arts teacher Kelly Ekstrom says that getting students to adjust to the new policy was a challenge, but the results speak for themselves.
It's a lot better. We don't have near the behaviors, not all the interaction on their social media at school, but we don't have a lot of the same problems we had.
Some other districts in New Mexico are also trying out this idea. Schools in Taos are experimenting with pouches that lock the phone away during the school day, and other districts are trying out similar policies to the one being tried in Las Cruces. While students are restricted from using their phone during school hours, they are still allowed to bring phones to school as long as they remain in their backpack.
Attention span is a lot better because they know they can't use their phone, they're not allowed. And if it's an emergency, they can ask, but they know that it's policy, they can't have it.
And in middle school, I love that they're not on their phones.
Nicole Waltermeyer has one child at Camino and another in high school. She says that this 2-year-old policy has made the transition easier for her child.
You know, she's made new friends during lunch. I think that's really their only time to socialize. And if they had access to their phones, I worry that they'd, be on their phones instead of actually socializing.
One concern that some parents have is the inevitability of plans changing throughout the school day. Shelter in places, lockdowns, the weather, and a variety of other factors can affect after-school activities or pickup. Walter Meyer says that this has been solved by the school taking the lead in communication.
We have had, instances where there was a shelter in place, and we didn't get that information from our kids, but the school let us know that they might be dismissed. That might affect dismissal. My daughter does have access to her phone as soon as the day ends, so we know that she's going to have it on as we're connecting at pickup.
In the last 2 years, school staff say they have seen less fights, bullying, and better attention span. While New Mexico is not implementing any statewide policies, there is talk of action from the federal government taking a step to limit cell phone uses in school in October. For KRWG Public Media, I'm Noah Race.